الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب الله العالمين بالقاسم المصطفى محمد. اللهم صل على وعلى أهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين، لا سيما بقية الله في العالمين، ثم اللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد، قال الله في محكم كتابه: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أولئك الذين أنعم الله عليهم من النبيين من ذرية آدم وممن حملنا مع نوح ومن ذرية إبراهيم وإسرائيل وممن هدينا واجتبينا إذا تتلى عليهم آيات الرحمن خروا سجدا وبكيا. وروي عن أبي عبد الله الإمام الصادق عليه السلام بأنه قال: إن البكاء والجزع مكروه للعبد في كل ما جزع، ما خلا البكاء والجزع على الحسين بن علي عليه السلام فإنه فيه مأجور. For the hastening in the reappearance of the beloved Imam of the time, recite the salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Salamun alaykum jami'an wa rahmatullah. عظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصابنا بالإمام الحسين عليه السلام. Tonight, I want to take another lesson from the movement of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, which is very relevant to the honor of tonight's occasion, which is commemoration of the shahadat of Hazrat Qasmi ibn Hassan alayhi salam, and that is buka, weeping, crying. The relation is that Imam Hussein alayhi salam, one of the occasions during his movement, during his revolution, that Imam cried was when he was bidding farewell with Hazrat Qasmi ibn Hassan. حتى غشي عليهم. This is what we learn from Imam Hussein alayhi salam. To learn when to cry. Laughing and crying is two of the acts, deeds that are a part of our lifestyle, whether we want or we don't want. Sometimes we feel happy and we laugh. Sometimes we feel unhappy and we cry. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran wants us to have balance between them. Not to feel too happy in the time of happiness, not to laugh too much in the time of happiness, and not to cry too much in the time of sorrow. لكي لا تأسوا على ما فاتكم ولا تفرحوا بما آتاكم. So that you do not feel sorrow, do not become too much sorry for whatever you miss, and not to be too happy for whatever he gave you. There should be balance. امیر المؤمنین علیه السلام in خطبه حمام، خطبه متقین in نهج البلاغه says متقین ملبسهم الاقتصاد. Their wearing, their clothing is balanced. Does it mean only their clothing is balanced? No. Whatever mu'min does, whatever muttaqi does, is balanced. اعدلوا هو أقرب للتقوى. Be balanced, and that is nearer to taqwa and piety. There are different types of buka and dhih, laughing and crying in Quran. Buka sometimes is a kind of chastisement. فَلْيَضْحَكُوا قَلِيلًا وَلْيَبْكُوا كَثِيرًا جَزَاءً بِمَا كَانُوا يَكْسِبُونَ. Do you remember the verse that I recited last night about those who are bringing excuses not to follow the Holy Prophet of Islam in the wars? This is the next verse after that. Those who do not follow the Prophet of Islam, they should laugh very little and they should cry very much. فَلْيَضْحَكُوا قَلِيلًا وَلْيَبْكُوا كَثِيرًا جَزَاءً بِمَا كَانُوا يَكْسِبُونَ. This is why we call it chastisement. This is a punishment for them for whatever they used to do. Another weeping and crying was a fake crying to deceive, mentioned in Quran. To fool someone else, to try to deceive someone else. And that is the buka of the sons of Hazrat Ya'qub ala nabiyyina wa alayhi salam. وَجَاءُوا أَبَاهُمْ عِشَاءً يَبْكُونَ. After what they did to their brother Hazrat Yusuf ala nabiyyina wa alayhi salam, putting him in the well, leaving him there, and going back home, they went home and they tried to pretend that they are sad of missing their brother. This is another type of crying mentioned in the Quran. We call it the tears of crocodile. The crocodile, the brutal crocodile, has been mentioned in the story. After eating, the poor animal started crying just to show his own actually being oppressed by others, not to be oppressor. You see, this is another type. And we see today the zalimeen, the oppressors of our time, they commit crimes and they pretend that they are defending from the oppressed ones. They themselves create the actually fitna and then sedition, and then they try to say they are extinguishing the fire. They start the fire and then they say, no, we are fighting for human rights. This is another type of crying and weeping. Another type of crying is the crying for the sake of feeling humbleness before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The very special servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are those who يَخِرُّونَ لِلْأَذْقَانِ يَبْكُونَ وَيَزِيدُهُمْ خُشُوعًا. When they worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they prostrate, they go to sajda, they start crying, and then they feel more humbleness in their hearts. That is same as the verse of Quran that I recited about the prophets, من ذرية آدم وممن حملنا مع نوح. The prophets, they were like this. Not all prophets, they had same attitude. It has been mentioned that Hazrat Yahya ala nabiyyina wa alayhi salam, who was in the time of Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, his crying, his tears were more than any other prophet. From the childhood his parents, his guardians used to put some scarf on his cheek so that the scarf would take the tears, the salty tears, so that the tears would not actually make the cheeks wounded, to protect the cheeks. That was the conduct of Nabi Yahya alayhi salam. And we cannot expect all people to be same. Although all of the prophets were infallible, all imams were infallible, but you see Imam As-Sajjad alayhi salam crying for Imam Hussein alayhi salam more than other imams. For about 20 years, Imam Sajjad alayhi salam did not take the shirts of Azza off, and continuously he used to cry and weep for his beloved father. That is a political, other than the feeling that they had, everyone has for the beloved ones. That is a part of the political movement. You see, after the demise of the after the wafat of the Holy Prophet of Islam, Hazrat Fatimah Zahra Salamullah alayha, because of crying too much for her beloved father, Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam made a place for her and her children, because people were complaining about the voice and they had problem with that, to hear too much azab. Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam made a house, a place for that, and it is called Baytul Ahzab. This is a political means for us. Dear brothers and sisters, I want to benefit from this very short time to explain a bit more about the philosophy of crying for Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. As I narrated last night, and even tonight from Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam, إن البكاء والجزع مكروه للعبد في كل ما جزع. It is disliked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to see his servant crying for worldly things, and it is disliked, makruh, except for crying and weeping for Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. فإنه فيه مأجور. Indeed, he is rewarded for his crying. In the hadith that I narrated last night, من بكى أو أبكى أو تباكى للحسين وجب له الجنة. Whoever cries or makes others cry or even pretends to cry, the heaven will become compulsory on him. Now I want to explain why we have such reward for crying. Is crying in our faith like in Christianity, that you do this act and the heaven is guaranteed for you, as it is understandable from few of ahadith, that you come to Husayniyah once a year, cry and go, and then you are forgiven? Heaven is compulsory on you. Is this true? Or there are some conditions for this? First of all, we should understand such ahadith in such context. Please have more attention. You see, the Holy Prophet of Islam in a hadith, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, said, whoever says Allahu Akbar, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would plant a tree for him in heaven. If he says Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala plants another tree for him in heaven. If he says La ilaha illallah, another tree for him in heaven. One of the companions raised his hand and said, "Oh Prophet, then I have a lot of gardens there in heaven." What did the Holy Prophet of Islam answer? He said, "Yes, you have, unless you have not sent fire to those trees and you have not burned them." There is condition. Taqwa is the condition of the acceptance of a'mal. Avoiding the sins, the fire of anger, the fire of desire and lust, the fire of hatred. I am very happy to be among you, dear brothers and sisters from different nationalities. It makes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happy, and it makes shaitan angry. The fire of hatred is very dangerous. We should be aware of that. If such fire does not burn those trees planted by weeping and crying for Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, then yes, heaven is compulsory on you. All of you. I want to give good news to all of you. If you keep crying for Imam Hussein alayhi salam and plant trees for yourself there and you don't burn it later, you deserve that. There is a condition for that. Another reason for such rewards mentioned for the crying and weeping for Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam is the political effect it has for the maintenance of the message of Ashura. What is the most general and the most important message of Ashura? إني خرجت لطلب الإصلاح في أمة الجنة. If this religion does not stand without my blood, oh swords, come and strike me, come and hit me. This is the message. To maintain this message, that the religion of the Holy Prophet of Islam is immune, is different from such distortions, such divisions, that the son of Muawiyah made. در مکتب سید الشهدا علیه السلام در مذهب اهل بیت علیهم السلام ما میبینیم رفتار اهل بیت علیهم السلام در خصوص گریه بر ابی عبدالله علیه السلام بسیار رفتار بارز و مشهودی بود. شما در رفتار امام صادق علیه السلام در سیره آقا امام صادق علیه السلام چی میبینید؟ آقا امام صادق علیه السلام پول میدادن، افرادی رو اجیر میکردن که در زمان خطر در راه زیارت برای سید الشهدا علیه السلام افرادی حتما باشن که به زیارت برن، اونجا خالی نباشه، حتما باشن افرادی که گریه میکنن. ابی عبدالله علیه السلام خونش جاودانه باشه و درخت تناور اسلام رو جاودانه آبیاری کنه. امام رضا علیه السلام به اون صحابی خودش چی فرمودن؟ یبن شبیب ان کنت باکیا علی شیء فابکل الحسین. ابن شبیب اگر خواستی برای مسائل مالی و دنیوی خودت هم گریه بکنی، اگر کسی از اقوامت از دنیا رفت، عزیز دلت از دنیا رفت، گریه خواستی بکنی، مصیبت ابی عبدالله علیه السلام رو به یاد بیار. فبکل الحسین. از ابی عبدالله یاد میگیریم گریه برای کربلایی ها رو. ابی عبدالله علیه السلام جگرگوشه برادرش رو امشب در چنین شبهایی، در شب عاشورا یا روز عاشورا، آقا به آغوش گرفت. آنقدر هر دو در آغوش همدیگه گریه کردند، فغشی علیهما، از شدت گریه غش کردند. ما این رو آقا از شما یاد میگیریم. السلام علی القاسم بن الحسن بن علی و رحمت الله و برکاته. السلام علیک یا ابن حبیب الله. السلام علیک یا ابن ریحانة رسول الله. امشب یادی از نوگل امام مجتبی کنیم. ای حرمت خانه معمور دل، وی شجر عشق تو در طور دل. نجل علی در یتیم حسن، باب همه خلق زمین و زمن. همچو عمو ماه بنی هاشمی، چشم و چراغ شهدا قاسمی. عرض کنیم آقا امام مجتبی صاحب عزا شماییم، بیاید تو مجلس ما. امام مجتبی کریم اهل بیت، تو قاموس کریم راه نداره مهمانشو دست خالی را کنه. صداش بزنیم جانم حسن، جانم حسن، ای جان جانانم حسن، جانم حسن، ای جان جانانم حسن. آمد اذن میدان خواست، ابی عبدالله فرمود تو عزیز دل برادر من هستی. پدرت تو رو به امانت نزد من سپرده، چطور تو رو به سمت میدان بفرستم؟ به سمت من بیا. قاسم در آغوش گرفت، آنچنان در آغوش هم گریستند که از اوش رفتند. هر دو نگه بر رخ هم دوختید، هر دو به مظلومی هم سوختید. هر دو رو بودید ز سرهوش هم، هر دو فتادید در آغوش هم. قاسم با همون چشمای اشکالود راهی میدان شد. اجازه گرفت از عموی خودش، آمد به میدان رجز خان. ان تنکرونی فانا ابن الحسن، سبت النبی المصطفى المؤتمن. اگر منو نمیشناسید من فرزند حسنم، نبی اسلامم. حالا حسین کل المرتهن بين أناس لا صبوا شوب المدن. قاسم آمد به میدان چنان جنگ نمایانی کرد راوی مقتل نوشته دشمن عده‌ای از سربازها را آماده کرده بود برای وقت مبادا، برای آخر روز. اما چنان قاسم جنگید مجبور شدن نیروی اضافی به میدان بفرستن. یه وقت ببینن فرعیت الحسین قائما علی رأس الغلام، یه وقت ببینن حسین مثل باز شکاری خودش رو به نیمه میدان رساد، به زیر میمنه لشکر زد، به میسره لشکر زد بلکه سربازها رو از روی قاسم بلند کنه. آمد بالای سر قاسم فرمود بعدم لقوم قتلوک، خدا لعنت کنه اون گروهی که تو رو کشتن. ثم جعل الغلام علی صدره، نوجوان روی سینش گذاشت. حسین قاسم رو آمد به سمت خیمگاه، اما ارباب مقاتل نوشتن پاهای نوجوان به زمین میکشید، پاهای قاسم رو قطع کرده بودن. همه بگید یا حسین. کاش نمی برد تنت کین چنین جان دهی و پای زنی بر زمین. دیده به روی انور انداختی، صورت او دیدی و جان داختی. الا لعنت الله على القوم الظالمين وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون.